Okay, how do we get back home? It's useless. Oh, hey little guy. What's your name? Wait, what? I joined my first ever tournament in Legends of Runeterra. So here's the thing, I'm working a decent job, 24 Canadian buckaroos an hour, and I'm paying off my student loans. This is a slow process, and YouTube doesn't pay me jack shit. So when I found out I could win 40,000 American dollars if you win worlds, I have decided to now be a pro player in lore for ABG Bandle Kingdom, which is a thing I made up, don't tell Wick. And how hard can it be? I don't know what I'm doing, but this is a card game, so I am relying heavily on luck. The three decks I'm going to be using are Fated with a copy of Judgment and Red Gwen, which are both decks that got me to Diamond in past seasons, and my wildcard, Darkness with a touch of Nora. And before we begin, I want to make more videos like this. If you like this type of content, then be sure to like the video and comment something nice. It really helps a lot for my understandings of what you like, and for the YouTube algorithm. You're all amazing. Anyways, let's get started. Oh, they banned Darkness first. Neat. It's not like I want to play the deck or anything. No, that's a lie. The first matchup was against Yasuo Katarina with my Red Gwen. This gamer has a championship card sleeve. That means they know what they're doing, unlike someone here. That's me. I start off with Phantom Butler and they play Katarina right out of the bag. They blade edge the Butler, and I decide to save up my 2 mana and not use Glimpse from Beyond. I didn't summon Gwen and I don't attack because I don't know if they have Twin Disciplines. So instead I save up my mana and summon Ruined Reckoner the next turn, which lets me safely attack 2 times with Scout Gwen after my opponent burns through all their mana, healing back 4 health and turbo leveling up Gwen in 1 turn. Which won me the game because my opponent couldn't stop a woman running with scissors. I gotta say, RNGesus won me that game, but my brain power was 10 out of 10. I felt like a smart boy, and if I kept playing like this was going to be an easy dub. Game 2 was against Yasuo Katarina again, but this time I was playing Fated, which if you didn't know, this was not in my favor because Fated decks stack 1 unit, and if that unit gets stunned or recalled, well sucks you suck. Here's how it went. I top decked Saga Seeker, buffed him up, and prayed to the Lord that didn't have Twin Discipline when I challenged their Yasuo to trade units, because this was a very risky and dumb play. But hey, it worked. Somehow. I kept playing the game, summoned level 2 Pantheon, and I poured my keyword soup all over my opponent's Yasuo Kebab. Man, what a funny deck. And that's how I BS'd my first matchup and still won. On to round 2. Why do people keep banning Darkness? I can understand that they haven't seen the deck and they're probably unsure of how to beat it, but yeah, joke's on them. It's a trick. You think I know what I'm doing? I have less than 2,000 points for Nora. I have no clue at all, but I'm disappointed. I want to play the deck. Round 2 game 1 was against Vayne versus my Fated deck. I started the game with a free attack using the Mountain Goat gaining a gemstone. They summon a bird, so I throw the goat out at it for another gemstone. And since my Mountain Goat took damage, I healed it back with a gem which advances Pantheon. I let my opponent free attack because of their units having quick attack, and when it was my turn to attack, I threw my goat at it, trading a unit for another gemstone. I then summoned Pantheon, and I gave them a spell shield, then Scout, and then a gemstone, which means it's soup time! Upon leveling up, Pantheon's Fated gets reset, so I give them another gem which boosts the power up to 11-7. And with a elusive spell shield overwhelmed Scout unit, that was game. Who knew that all you had to do to get good was just to get lucky? Easy dub. On to game 2, I see Piltover Noxus, right? And this deck probably has a few removal spells. Seeing my opponent has a full hand, I thought to myself, what if they didn't even have one of those spells in their hand, and I could level up Katarina safely? Well, it turns out they did. But what if they don't have another one? Never mind, they did. You're probably thinking that I am the worst player to ever play this game at this point, which is true, but you didn't have to be that harsh. We're just gonna say that was a big calculated play since I won this game somehow. I really shouldn't have won that though. But okay, moving on. Holy shit, Darkness is a man. Let's go! Round 1, I was using Red Gwen against their dat. I think I turned off my head for this game because at the end, I didn't know what I was thinking. I had everything I needed to win. I casted Harrowing, and I saw a full board, so my monkey brain activated. Maybe if I attacked with everyone, I would win. Yeah, no, turns out that's not how it works. I really shouldn't have done that. Round 2 was my first time I played Darkness in this tournament. And hey, what does this card do? Oh, it counters Darkness. Great, I hate that. Did I have the cards to win this round? Yes, absolutely. But hey, if all pork chops were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. So I think I deserve participation points for this. But on to the final game. Why worship legends when you know that you can join them? This was going to be my best game yet, and it was for all the marbles. I was going to make sure I drew the better cards than my opponent and just rely on pure dumb luck. Here we go. Game 1 was against Rumble Rally to my red Gwen. We began by summoning our fishers before I summoned Katarina to level her up. I then summoned Gwen and kept on attacking, decreasing my opponent's life points aggressively. He then summons his champion, which was going to be a problem. I made sure to remove his spell shield first with Katarina. I skipped my attack since he has 4 mana and I wanted to play it safe, so I glimpsed my Spiderling, drawing another Katarina. The next turn, I summoned Katarina again for the Blade's Edge. He challenges my Gwen, so I ping Rumble with my spell first, which then lets me use Flock to take care of Rumble. He casts Barrier, and luckily, luck by my side, I had a second Flock, which was just enough to remove Rumble. That is 1 point for me, 1 more to go. Game 2 was against Frostbite with my Faded deck. You know how this went.
A chill in the air. Winter take you. A chill in the air. A chill in the air.
A chill.
Avarosa, guide me!
And now we're at the end game. I can hear Megalovania playing in the background. Rumble versus Faded, the battle of the centuries. I begin by summoning Saga Seeker, and holy crap, the gods have given me divine judgment for the final game. This was a game changer, and if I pulled it off, you would not hear the end of me. I equipped Saga Seeker with Aegis, activating Faded again, and things were looking great until round 4 where Rumble came back for revenge from game 1. This was my rival, and to win this game, I had to beat over Rumble. But how? They leveled up Rumble and summoned Vayne. My opponent continued to attack while I kept building my Saga Seeker. Things were looking grim, but then my final saving grace was drawn. Pantheon was here to save the day, and it was time to unleash the final keyword soup of the tournament. Upon leveling, Pantheon got Lifesteal, which helped a lot, and things were looking like they were heading my direction. Until I made a grave mistake. Rumble was going to attack again, so to save myself, I put Tough on Pantheon before dropping Eula. I blocked Rumble, but I lost my win con, losing me the game. Luck was not enough, and it was just pure outskill. If I summoned Eula before putting Aegis on her in that order, I could have used her to block Rumble and survive. I didn't have to sack Pantheon, and if Pantheon was alive for the next turn, he could have won me the game. Pantheon had Spell Shield, and this was just my biggest misplay in the tournament. If Pantheon beat Rumble, I would have won the game. I'm disappointed in myself, but I realized something. Winning is not just from drawing the right cards, but it's about how you play your cards and calculating your decisions for the most optimal actions. And if I want to be the next lore champion, it's not about being given the trump card that wins you the game, but using the cards that you're given to achieve your win. I may have lost this tournament, but I don't feel like I lost. I learned a lot and there's a lot more to learn, and I see that as an absolute win in my book. If you like this type of content, leave a like and let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'm Krin, don't do the legal, don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, peace.